If you've ever been diagnosed with a condition that frightens you, then you know how difficult it is to ask all of the right questions. Even as a doctor, I can tell you it's never easy being a patient. Fran has some tips that she's learned through her own experiences that I know you'd like to share with everybody.
You know, it's very important that when you go to the doctor, you're prepared. You start making a list of questions way before your actual appointment time. You'll start thinking, you know, oh, I should ask this, I should ask that, and write it down. And make sure that all the forms that they ask you to fill out, don't do it in the waiting room when you get there. Have them fax it to you or pick them up in advance and fill them all out in the quietness of your home so that when you go there, your head isn't swirling with all these details that you don't really need to deal with. Also, go with a friend. Never go to these things by yourself. Have a support group with you. Have that person have a pen and paper so that they can write down all the answers to the questions. If the doctor says a technical word, you ask them, how do you spell that? So that you can write it down. Then when you go home, if you want to look it up on the internet, you can do your own research and get a better idea of what they're talking about.
And I think one of the things you hit the nail on the head. Also, if you don't understand something that your doctor explains to you, just ask them to re-explain it. Yeah. We've learned that most patients leave the doctor's office and remember sometimes less than 10% of what the doctor told them.
Fran, we've talked about it on the show before, exactly what you're saying. Learn to be a good patient. Just like you said, be prepared.
A good medical consumer.
Correct. Same thing.
Even the word patient implies passivity, and we can't, you know, subscribe to that anymore. That's back in the 20th century. Now it's the 21st century, and we have to take control of our bodies.
If you want a full list of all of Fran's tips on how to be a better medical consumer, go to thedoctorstv.com.